Welcome to my channel, Worldwise. This is gonna blow your mind. The Société Générale Bank in Nice, France, was famed for its fortress-like vault, a marvel of reinforced concrete and iron, designed to withstand anything the criminal world could throw at it. The imposing structure stood as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of its creators, who spared no expense in making it the most secure vault in the region. At its heart was a 20-ton door, a colossal barrier that seemed utterly impenetrable, dwarfing anyone who stood before it. This vault was the pride of the bank, a symbol of absolute security for the city's elite. For decades it inspired confidence in the wealthy clients who entrusted their fortunes to its care, believing their treasures were safe from any threat. Bank officials boasted that no force on earth could breach it. Its door fit with microscopic precision, moved by a complex system of gears and levers. The engineering was so advanced for its time that even rival banks marveled at its sophistication, yet for all its might the vault had a fatal flaw, one that seemed almost unthinkable. It lacked any alarm system, relying solely on its physical defenses. No seismic heat or sound sensors, just faith in brute strength. The bank's security measures were rooted in tradition, not technology, and this would prove to be a critical oversight. The designers believed the vault's physical presence alone was deterrent enough. They trusted that its sheer size and complexity would intimidate even the most determined thieves. They assumed any break-in would be so loud and obvious, it would be stopped before it began. The idea of a silent, undetected intrusion seemed impossible, almost laughable. This overconfidence created a single, devastating blind spot. In their quest for invincibility, they overlooked the cunning and patience of those who might try to outsmart them. It was this very weakness that would soon be exploited by a group of audacious criminals, men who saw opportunity where others saw only impossibility. The stage was set for one of the most legendary heists in history, a daring operation that would forever change the way banks thought about security. Monday, July 19, 1976 began like any other at Société Générale. Until the vault refused to open, the 20-ton door, usually reliable, was jammed shut. Staff tried every trick but the door wouldn't budge. Confusion turned to alarm as hours passed. Experts from Fichet Bosch, the vault's creators, arrived, confident they could fix it. But even they were stumped. The door was immovable. With no other option, they decided to drill through the wall beside the door. The process was slow and grueling, a testament to the vault's strength. As the drill bit finally broke through, no one could have predicted what they'd find inside. The bank's greatest asset had become its greatest mystery. The city buzzed with rumors as the truth waited behind concrete and steel. What they discovered would shock everyone. Through the drilled hole, the first glimpse inside revealed chaos. The vault was ransacked, debris everywhere, the air thick with dust and burnt metal. The reason for the jammed door was clear. It had been welded shut from the inside. The robbers had fused the door to its frame, buying themselves precious time. As the hole was widened, officials entered a scene of organized destruction. 371 safe deposit boxes had been ripped open, their contents looted. Among the wreckage, empty wine bottles, food containers, and dirty plates, evidence the thieves had feasted inside, spray-painted on the wall. Sans armes, sans haine, et sans violence. Without weapons, without hate, and without violence. The message was a taunt, a signature of professionals who prized cleverness over violence. The scale and style of the crime stunned everyone. The vault's invincibility had been shattered by ingenuity. The mastermind behind this audacious heist was Albert Spaggiari, a seemingly ordinary photographer with an extraordinary appetite for adventure and risk. On the surface, Spaggiari blended in with the creative crowd of 1970s France, but beneath his calm exterior, he was plotting something that would stun the world. His first move was deceptively simple. He rented a safe deposit box at the Société Générale Bank. To test the vault's security, he placed an alarm clock inside and set it to ring. When the clock went off, no one noticed. Not a single guard or bank employee reacted. This told Spaggiari everything he needed to know. The vault was completely soundproof. With this crucial information, Spaggiari's plan began to take shape. Disguising himself as a civil engineer, he managed to gain access to the city's detailed sewer blueprints, convincing officials he was working on municipal repairs. These maps would become the key to his underground operation. He then assembled a team of skilled Marseille gangsters, each chosen for their expertise in tunneling, safe-cracking, and keeping secrets. For 2 painstaking months, they toiled beneath the city, digging an 8-meter tunnel from the sewers directly to the vault's reinforced floor. Every night, under the cover of darkness, the crew worked with only hand tools to avoid making noise that might alert anyone above. They reinforced the tunnel with wood and concrete, ensuring it wouldn't collapse before the job was done. To keep the air fresh and the workspace lit, they installed electric lights and ventilation pipes, carefully threading wires through the maze of tunnels. Dirt was removed in small, concealed loads, so as not to arouse suspicion from city workers or passers-by. By the time Bastille Day weekend arrived, the tunnel was complete. A hidden passageway ready for the final act. The timing was perfect. While the city above erupted in celebration, fireworks lighting up the night sky, the bank below was left empty and unguarded. The plan was as bold as it was precise. Strike when no one would be watching. Every detail had been meticulously planned, from the exact route of the tunnel to the timing of each move. The gang synchronized their watches, reviewed blueprints, and rehearsed their entry, leaving nothing to chance. The gang's patience, discipline, and relentless planning transformed what seemed impossible into a real, tangible opportunity. They waited in the darkness, nerves steeled, ready to make history. Ironically, the vault's greatest strength, its isolation and security, became its fatal flaw. No one expected a threat from below. Spaggiari's team was poised at the tunnel's end, tools in hand, hearts pounding, ready to breach the vault and claim their prize. The perfect crime was about to unfold, forever etching their names into the annals of criminal legend. On Bastille Day weekend, as fireworks exploded in a dazzling display over the city of Nice, the streets were alive with celebration. The air was thick with excitement, music and laughter, as families and friends gathered to watch the spectacle. But beneath the surface of this joyful night, something extraordinary was about to unfold. While the city's attention was fixed on the sky, Spaggiari's gang made their move, slipping through the shadows toward the bank. They broke through the vault floor with a jackhammer, no alarms, no interruptions. The gang had spent months planning every detail, and now, their patience was paying off. For 27 hours they worked in shifts, opening box after box with torches and tools. Each man had a role, and the operation ran like clockwork. The haul was staggering. Cash, gold, jewels, and priceless heirlooms, all laid out before them in a glittering mountain of wealth. And then there were the bonds. Vintage certificates and documents worth fortunes, far more than they'd ever dreamed possible. The atmosphere was almost festive. The gang dined on wine and cheese, savoring the thrill of their success in the most unlikely of places. They toasted to their daring, sharing jokes and stories as they celebrated their triumph inside the vault, surrounded by unimaginable riches. This was no smash and grab, it was a leisurely, methodical plunder, executed with discipline and precision. Every item was cataloged, every move calculated. Before leaving, they welded the vault door shut, sealing their work behind steel and leaving their now famous message on the wall, a taunt to the authorities. They vanished back through the tunnel, disappearing into the city as quietly as they'd arrived, leaving no trace but the echo of their audacity. By Monday morning they were gone, leaving behind only chaos, confusion, and the beginnings of a legend that would echo through history. The bank's fortress had been breached from below, its security shattered by cunning and nerve. The heist was complete, and soon, the world would be in awe. Newspapers blared the story and the city buzzed with rumors and disbelief. The perfect crime had been committed, one that would be remembered for generations, a testament to daring, ingenuity, and the power of a well-executed plan. News of the heist and the thieves' message stunned France. The crime of the century had left police with almost no clues, no fingerprints, no witnesses, just a tunnel and a taunt. For months the investigation went nowhere. The tunnel was a marvel, but it offered no leads. The case broke open only when a jilted lover tipped off police, revealing names and details. Several gang members were arrested, and under pressure one confessed, naming Albert Spaggiari as the mastermind. Spaggiari, a seemingly ordinary photographer, was arrested. At first he denied everything, but confronted with evidence he confessed with a smile. The police had their man, but the story was far from over. The loot was still missing, and Spaggiari had one last trick to play. The legend was just beginning. The world watched as the case took another dramatic turn. The chase was on. During a pretrial hearing, Spaggiari claimed to have evidence implicating powerful figures. As the judge examined his coded document, Spaggiari leaped from his chair, dove out a first-floor window, and landed on a parked car. He sprinted to a waiting motorcycle and vanished into the streets of Nice. The escape was as daring as the heist itself. Spaggiari fled France, living as a fugitive in South America and Italy. He taunted authorities with interviews and photos, becoming a folk hero to some. He was never recaptured, dying in exile 13 years later. His escape sealed his legend as the ultimate gentleman thief. The Société Générale heist remains one of history's most mythic crimes. Its elegance, audacity, and non-violent execution set it apart. The missing loot has never been recovered, fueling endless speculation. Spaggiari's dramatic escape turned him into an anti-hero, outsmarting both bank and justice system. The story has inspired books, films, and imitators, cementing its place in criminal lore. The heist is a cautionary tale about the dangers of overconfidence and the power of ingenuity. Even the strongest fortress can fall to clever thinking and human error. Spaggiari's legend endures, a testament to the allure of the perfect crime. The Nice bank heist proved that sometimes the boldest plans succeed, and that no system is ever truly unbreakable. My next video is out now, watch it.